Are people nervous about this election coming up, the presidential election? I'm sure that you've probably got yours in the bag, but the presidential election, are they nervous about it? Are they excited about it? Are they dreading it? What's the mood out there? I'm sure you're being asked about it everywhere you go.
Do you know what? I think more than anything else, there is a concern because of what's happening right now in Butler. I was over at the election bureau today. They told me that we sent ballots because they have to send them from the Butler post office to Pittsburgh. Then Pittsburgh sorts it and sends it back to Butler, and then Butler delivers it to our homes. They have lost. Once the ballots left Butler, they don't know what happened to them. They have lost thousands of ballots already just out of the Butler post office down to Pittsburgh, the sorting. And so what they're wondering about is my vote really going to be counted? Am I really going to look at an election that was fair? And with what we see going around the country, and especially in states that are Democrat controlled, we are seeing things that we've never seen before. I tell people, look, this is something that 1.4 million Americans in uniform died for. You really need to know that your vote got registered, got counted, and that it is a fair election. Around here, the biggest concern I have right now, and what people I represent are telling me is, I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. And Jess, you and I both know where I'm standing right now. The only way that they can beat this president is to cheat this president. And by cheating him, they're going to cheat every single voter out there who now has to scratch his or her head and say, oh my God, I never believed it could happen here, but it's happening, and it's a great, great concern. So they're very concerned. I have people telling me, and some of them in tears, Jess, they're saying, I'm going to mass every day. I'm going to church every day. I'm praying. The president has to be reelected, not because it's about him, it's about our country. We can't afford to lose this country. And what we're seeing is just so scary. A socialist platform, almost a communist platform, and by a guy who really has trouble remembering what day it is and where he is and who his opponent is in Joe Biden. This is absolutely insane. So, listen, what you've done with your life and what all my friends that served in the military have done, you put your life on the line to protect this country. You would like to think that coming back to you is you're going to have your vote counted, and it's going to be counted fair. And that's the biggest concern we have right now. We cannot afford to lose Donald Trump as our president. It's just, to me, it's just too bleak a future for our country.
Okay, what are we doing about it? Because I have heard this time and time again about the ballots lost and how big of a deal this is. Tell me we're doing something. What are we doing?
You know what? A good friend of mine, Tom King, who's an attorney here in town, is doing an awful lot of the work for Pennsylvania, the Republican Party. We're challenging, and we're going to the courts, and we're trying to get our message into them and make register what our complaint is. But again, we're running out of time. We're just running out of time and running out of calendar, and we're running out of clock. Now, in some of these states, in this state, Governor Wolf says, listen, don't worry about November the 3rd, because we're going to keep counting votes 3-4 days after that. 3 days right now. And in the Carolinas, I think they said 9 days past election day. I don't understand this. November the 3rd is our election day. But we're telling people, as long as there's a postmark, it says November 3rd up to 8 o'clock at night when the polls close, whatever. This is what they're trying to push. And so, I mean, I'm like every other person that's out there. I'm concerned about what they're doing. All the Democrat states are pushing and moving things around and making it very difficult for people to really believe that their vote got counted, and got the president into office.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.